Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, ladies and gentlemen, I really want to welcome you guys to a very special edition of Miners Independent Wrestling interview show. This is this is going to be also a farewell because this is the last day, ladies and gentlemen, of the Michael Miners Independent Wrestling Month. It's sudden for me, but it's a really cool thing to do tonight. Tonight we are here with a really great guy. He was part of some of Wrestling Throwdown episodes with Haley Imus. He is a RWA wrestler, and he's a really great father. As you guys go check out his channel, Duo Dreams 2K15 or 16. It's a really great channel. Go check out. Ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Sterling, how are you doing, sir?
Doing really good, thank you. How are things with you? How's your Halloween?
It's going good. I'm sitting here where it's warm. I'm not going out in that cold weather.
I kind of did with my son, actually, and my wife. We all went to Halloween as a family.
That's gotta be a cool thing. But it's
Yeah.
pretty cold outside, so I don't want to step a foot out there. 26 degrees outside right now.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty cold out here, too.
All right. Well, let's get into this. We're gonna go ahead and first start. How did you get into independent wrestling?
It's kind of a little bit of a funny story because it's all based on one match, actually. As for me, getting involved into being a fan of professional wrestling goes all the way back to Hulk Hogan, of course. I mean, I know that's kind of cliche, like a same story for most wrestling fans of how they first start watching wrestling. As for wanting to be part of wrestling, I was actually inspired by Mick Foley, watching a match between him and The Rock at Royal Rumble '99, the I Quit match.
Oh,
Want to be a wrestler because of the fact of not because of the hardcore, but it was more on how Mick Foley and The Rock told a great story, and they told a great story during that time, and I was like that too. Wanted to be a wrestler after that. The funny thing is, I met my wife a couple of years after watching that match, and I told her about my dream. I said, I want to be a wrestler. And she said, oh, I don't know if I want you to be a wrestler because I don't want to see you get hurt. And it's like, no, I won't be hurt. But then I watched Beyond the Mat. Have you ever heard of Beyond the Mat?
yes. I actually have the cassette tape of that video, that show. I've been watching a really good video. I've watched Beyond the Mat. Oh, oof.
Yeah. But the funny thing, the same match that inspired me to be a wrestler discouraged me to want to be a wrestler after meeting her because if you remember towards the end of that documentary, there was Mick Foley's kids saw him getting hit with a chair by The Rock, and they were starting crying. Even I think her name's Colette. Even Colette was crying too, and I was thinking like that could be my wife crying too. So I said, you know what? I'm not gonna be a professional wrestler. It's just stay as a fan. But then, funny, a few years after that, we kind of broke up, and and I was really down. I was very, very depressed, and my mom was like telling me, you need to go get an outlet. I was like what? I'm not into much sports, religiously. Like I can play football and basketball, but not like to the point of like saying that, as a religious way of loving the sport. But she said, well, why not professional wrestling? You've been watching it, you love it so much. I was like, yeah, but that takes money to get training, and she gave me some savings bonds that she saved me since I was little to pay for my training, and that's how I got into professional wrestling. It was through her. Um, as far as my wife, we and she's fine with me being a wrestler, but she still worries. So every time I go out there, I always have to call her. I'm fine, Kim. Everything's fine and all. But yeah, that's pretty much how I first got into professional wrestling.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead now. We've got some questions on Facebook from the famous channel that you should know about, the Wrestling Throwdown.
Oh yeah.
Really great channel with Miss Haley Immis and Mr. Joe. We got a question from Paul Jasser. He says here, who is the most credible opponent you faced and why?
That's kind of hard because I have a couple. Mainly in RWA because that's where I mostly have my matches. But as far as like most credible, it would have to be my trainer, Jose Perez, the East Coast Intensity. Jose Perez was one of my more credible opponents because he's been around indie wrestling for 2 decades. And when I found out that I had to wrestle him, and he was the one that trained me, it was actually considered an honor. And this was actually during the time when I was the champ for RWA that they wanted me to defend my title with him. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to do a lot when it comes to the one-on-one because it eventually turned into a tag team match where his opponent that he was going to be feuding with for our WrestleMania event came in, and also my other opponent that I was feuding with for a few weeks came in, and then we started doing the whole tag team things. Pretty much a Teddy Long kind of situation, if you know what I mean. But he's one of those guys that I consider to be one of the most credible. The other one would be JP Hansen. He's one of the founders of RWA. JP Hansen was is to me considered to be one of the most credible guys I've ever worked with. He's one guy that I feel like he's sort of like my equal, but he's like a tiny bit better than me, especially when it comes on the mic. But as far as like wrestling wise, he's a little bit better, but we sort of have like this kinship where we both love the traditional. If we're snug with each other, we know we can dish it out. You know what I mean? But he's one of those guys that I consider to be one of my all-time favorite opponents to be in the ring with.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a question from Haley. Her
Mm.
question is, she said, I know he's told me he's worked both before. She asked me, she wanted me to tell you again, do you prefer to work as a heel or a face, and why?
It depends on the the time. It depends on the time. Like right now, I'm a heel, and I'm actually more comfortable as a heel because I can pretty much say whatever I want and still get heat. You know what I mean? And I don't have to be worried about saying the right things to try to get people to love me. I mean, I've been a face before, but it's a little bit tougher for me as a face because sometimes you have to have that catchphrase or you have to have that certain thing that makes people connect with you. Like I have the face of a baby face. I can act like one, but as ways of speaking or charisma wise, not so much. Like I'm sort of like when it comes to like wrestling as a face, like a Chris Benoit or Shelton Benjamin. Like I can go out there. Pretty much like a workhorse. But as a heel, I just pretty much make a ass of myself, and I actually have more fun as a heel because I like the fact where I say something stupid and they just give me heat, and it it gives makes me smile when people just make the compliment the fact that I'm becoming a believable heel or I'm making a fool out of myself. So out of the two, I kind of feel more comfortable as a heel. I mean, even when I first started training, one of my trainers was telling me just by the way I was speaking, which was soft spoken, he said, "I see you as a heel." I said, "Really?" Yeah, it's because you have something in you that's begging to come out. You're very good natured, but I can tell you have this dark side of you, and That's why I see you as a heel more than a babyface. So I guess they were right.
All right, I got some really good questions. If you could face anybody from the past, like let's say the people of the past or present, let's say like Eddie Guerrero kind of wrestler, who would you like to face in like a dream match?
Wow. Oh my
Could be
goodness.
living or dead.
Okay. I in the past, that's kind of hard because there's so many guys I would love to work with if I was, in the same league as they are. Um, hmm. Raven might be one of them because again, he's one of those guys that I know we can tell a great story. As far as promos concerned, he'll deal with the promos. Me, I'll just say a line here or two. But as far as in the ring, I think we can tell a great story. If it was me and Raven, I mean that would be a dream come true to me. Though be in the same ring with Raven. As far as today is concerned, um, hmm, I like to be in Dean Ambrose in the ring with Dean Ambrose actually.
That would be a good match between you and Dean Ambrose. I mean, that would be really awesome to see. Another question I want to ask you. Let's see. Here's a big question I wanted to ask you. I saw one of your videos. A video with you and your young son went to like a Kmart or kind of Toys R Us, and
Yeah.
how in the world did your son wanted to pick John Cena as his action figure? I mean, you were persuading him to go with Ryback to Cesaro, and he just, nope, I want Cena.
I think what happened was one time I was watching wrestling on YouTube because I don't have cable, so I was watching WWE to get some cliff notes of what happened on Raw, and he saw John Cena and he just looked at him as a hero, which I kind of figured that's what's going to happen if a child saw John Cena. And one time I went to Kmart and I saw some wrestling action figures. The first time he saw Damien Sandow, and he's like, "I want Damien Sandow." I said, "Really?" I said, "How about The Rock?" He said, "No, I want Damien Sandow." I was like, "Wow." And I even had that on video and show people that, there's a kid here who likes Damien Sandow more than The Rock. And for his birthday, I decided to go to Walmart, and he's been begging me and begging me, "I want a John Cena action figure." I said, "What?" I said, "No, you don't." I said, "Okay." And I wanted to record to see if he was just joking around or jerking my chain. So I said, "You know what? We're gonna get an action figure." And I said, "Do you want Stone Cold Steve Austin?" He said, "No, John Cena." And I went through like a lot of different, even Shawn Michaels and Sin Cara, and he's like, "Nope, I want John Cena." And I said, "Yeah, that's pretty much why the WWE put John Cena in that position right now." And it makes perfect sense why the WWE does it. And my son is Kane though, and he has an action figure of Kane, but he's more of a fan of John Cena.
All right, here's a really somewhat of a good question. If you could choose any promotion that's out right now, like CCW to Ring of Honor to PWG or even professional wrestling like TNA and WWE, what company would you like to say, "Oh, I want to wrestle for that company. I thought maybe with my style I can wrestle that company, or if I want to go to this company." What kind of wrestling promotion would you love to wrestle for?
Um, that's really simple. I would like to work with Ring of Honor. Reason why, because I love their concept of the whole shaking hands thing, and just going out there and wrestle. Another promotion that, well, I wouldn't say promotion, but a territory I would like to really work for is Japan, like either New Japan or All Japan Wrestling or Wrestle One. If it was still around, FMW would be a definite place I want to be there. As far as in the States, like I said, Ring of Honor, and if ECW was around, it would definitely be ECW because I kind of would trust more on Paul Heyman to give me a good character because he is considered the mad professor of professional wrestling, and one of the things he's known for is making something out of nothing. You know, like he knows what gimmick to use for what person, and it gets over. I mean, most of the people on ECW are still talked about, even the ones that are almost obscure, like Roadkill or Jack Victory. People still talk about them, So
All right. Another good question. If you were to say choose something besides professional wrestling, what would you want to do as a career? Like, let's just say outside of professional wrestling.
porn. No, no.
Really, ladies and gentlemen, we
I'm just joking. I was actually taking a page out of Bully Ray. He did a shoot
oh,
interview, and someone asked him if you weren't doing professional wrestling, what would you be doing? He just said porn. But all seriousness,
oh,
if I wasn't doing professional wrestling, I probably would be doing what I'm doing right now, is either doing videos or being a teacher. I am a teacher. I'm actually a teacher, so I probably be still be being doing teaching and stuff. So, but with professional wrestling, I mostly do that in the weekends, and sometimes during the week I go to trainings and whatnot. So I guess my life would be pretty much the same if I wasn't in wrestling. Just I'll still be watching wrestling. I'll still be maybe talking about wrestling. But as far as like say if I wasn't in the wrestling business, I'd just be doing what I'm doing right now.
and a real quick for our last question of the night. What do you like sports? And if you do you got like a favorite sports team?
I'm like I mentioned, I'm not hugely religious in watching sports, but I do like playing them, like for fun. Like, some time to time I like to play basketball or football with some friends. I'm really a huge fan of hockey, though, and I know it's kind of weird. I'm a black guy who likes hockey. A lot of people look at me as like, "You like hockey and you're black?" I was like, it's a cool sport, and I have to blame Mighty Ducks for that because that's how I got hooked into hockey. And anybody who watched Mighty Ducks has to have tried to do the knuckle puck, and I've done that many times as a young kid. So you can't say like I never did the knuckle puck and you watched Mighty Ducks. So yeah, I like hockey. I never tried ice hockey because I don't know how to ice skate. No, that's one of my favorite uh, sports. As far as like I say another sport I do watch somewhat religiously is MMA. I really enjoy MMA. I love it. I even was trained to do some MMA from some guy I knew, and I'm a little bit good at it. I'm not like an expert like most of the guys on the UFC or Bellator or whatnot. But from time to time, I like to watch MMA. That's another sport I enjoy watching.
All right. Well, pretty much one more question. This was a really cool one. What did your little ones dress up today for Halloween?
Huh?
As I was asking, what did your little ones dress up for Halloween today?
Oh, my son dressed up as Optimus Prime from the movie.
Yeah.
He wanted to be a Transformer. He said, "I want to be Optimus Prime," and my wife got him the costume, and he looked so cute in it. He looked so cute. He had a ball. Uh, he was a little upset that one of the kids at trick or treating called him Captain America, and
Oh.
Yeah, and in a way, it's dark, so it kind of
Yeah.
did look like he was Captain America. But I said, "Don't worry, Desi. It's he just didn't see you very properly. But you are um, Optimus Prime. But he had a fun time. But he was like really brave. He said, because I'm Optimus Prime, I'm not afraid of anything.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is about
Just
it.
scared. Some stuff scared him from what my wife told me. But this year, he said he was very brave.
That's a good thing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is about it for tonight. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been watching Michael Miner's Independent Wrestling Month. October, it's been going way too fast. But ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, next year we will return in October. Possibly might have some other indie wrestlers by then that we might be interviewing sometime next year in October. I just hope it gets a little warmer. But I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you to Christopher Sterling. He first noticed me from Haley. Thank him so much for coming on to actually get to interview tonight. This is my first time doing this. I did one with Derek Gamble, but that was more highspots.com kind of deal. Um, I also want to say apologize for if I didn't put the Ring of Honor universe mode. As you guys know, the new 2K15 that's out today, so I know a lot of people are playing that game. But also, you guys can follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/michael.miner.562. Follow me at Twitter at twitter.com/michaelminer26, and also follow my other Twitter, my gaming channel. I just uploaded a gaming channel trailer. Go check that out at youtube.com/michaelgaming26. You can follow me on Instagram at instagram.com/michaelchamp26. And pretty much all over the other places. You can maybe become a friend of mine on PlayStation Network, WWE Champ 23. But Sterling, you got any social media do you want people to follow you on?
Yeah. First I want to promote the company I work for, RWA, the Renegade Wrestling Alliance. You guys can check us out on our YouTube page, our YouTube channel, excuse me, YouTube channel of the RWA number 4 forever. So the RWA forever. We have a lot of great matches. We just posted up our WrestleMania event, Legacy 7, and it's our one of our biggest events, and it was a packed house, and I hope you guys get the chance to watch that. Also check our website, rwawrestling.net. And if you're in the New England area, in November 15th, we're going to have our Royal Rumble type show called the Wrestling Throwdown. It's our Royal Rumble event. We call it the Throwdown. And the winner of the 30-man battle royal gets to be the number one contender for whoever is the Triple Crown champion for Dynasty for next year, which is our second biggest show of the year. So if you guys are in the area, we're in East Providence. I'll pretty much give Mike Miner the information and stuff so he can put it in the video description. And it's like $10 for adults, $5 for kids. And yeah, so check that out, and remember, go on YouTube, the RWA Forever. Like I said, check me out as Mr. Sterling, and a lot of great guys in that in the Fed, like Mike Rassa, T Phoenix of the Killer T's with Tom Billington, Mike Santana, Dante, you name it. There are a lot of guys. Even you've heard of JT Dunn, right, Mike?
Yep.
Yeah, he was one of us, and I think he's still currently the CCW Tag Team Champions with David Starr. I think he still is, and he's also the FIP. But he was one of us. JT Dunn was one of us, so you can check some of his matches on that channel as well. As far as my channel, it's Duo Dream 2K26 on YouTube, and you can check my videos out. I also do like comic book crossover debates and whatnot, and talk about what goes on in current events. So check my channel out and be sure to please support Mike Miner's channel as well.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I really want to thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget, next Monday night, the return of Michael Miner's Monday Night Raw review show will return. I don't know about my guest yet. Scott Casey Gale might be joining with me tonight. That night, I don't know about Travis Neely. Travis Neely is moving into his new place in Fort Hills, South Carolina. We'll find out more details during the weekend. Just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys next year. I hope to get more, possibly more wrestlers next year, the month of October. I want to say happy Halloween, everybody. Enjoy, stay safe, stay warm. As you guys know, it's like 26 degrees, almost 20 degrees, almost above where I am. So I'm pretty much staying inside where it's warm and cozy. So just keep you guys self warm, keep the kids warm during the Halloween nights. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Michael Miner. This is Christopher Sterling. Also, stay tuned later tomorrow, tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. There will be the last season finale of Michael Miner's hashtag Independent or Throwback Indie Wrestling Week. Be the last season. If you guys want to see more, let me know down in the comments section if you guys want to see another season. I might possibly do another season during December because November I'm going to be a little busy with my gaming channel and try to get that going and do a lot of stuff for Freedom. If you guys are big fans, if you're also a gamer, go to freedom.tm. Sign up. They're a really good sponsorship to me. I have a friend that helped me with my YouTube banner and all that good stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Michael Miner. That's Christopher Sterling. I'll see you guys next year for Michael Miner's Independent Wrestling Month. See you next year. Peace out.
Have a good day.